My child, something tried very hard to stop you from hearing this message tonight. Before these words reached your eyes, distractions surrounded you, fear whispered into your thoughts, and exhaustion tried to pull your attention away. The enemy knew this moment would remind you who you truly are, and darkness becomes uncomfortable whenever truth begins reaching a wounded soul. This is not a coincidence. This is not just another video appearing randomly in your path. I allowed this message to find you because your heart has been carrying battles that nobody around you fully understands. I have seen the pressure resting on your spirit. I have watched you smile while silently hurting inside. And tonight, I need you to listen carefully because heaven refuses to let you continue believing you are forgotten. There were moments recently when you almost gave up emotionally. You became tired of pretending everything was fine while your mind struggled quietly behind closed doors. You carried responsibilities while feeling emotionally drained. You encouraged others while secretly needing encouragement yourself. But even during those difficult nights when tears became your only language, I never left your side. I remained near you when loneliness surrounded your room. I stayed beside you when fear tried convincing you that nothing would ever change. And while you questioned your future, I continued protecting your life in ways you could not see. The enemy hoped discouragement would silence your faith completely. But you are still here listening tonight, because my hand has remained over you through every battle. The attacks against your peace were never random. The confusion inside your thoughts was not meaningless. The enemy sensed movement coming into your life before you recognized it yourself. That is why distractions increased. That is why pressure intensified. Darkness wanted your focus trapped inside fear because fear weakens expectation. But tonight, I am interrupting that cycle. I am reminding your spirit that your story is not ending in defeat. You have cried over situations that secretly protected your future. You have mourned over closed doors that were actually saving you from deeper pain later. And although this season exhausted your heart, it also strengthened your spirit in ways you do not fully understand yet. So breathe slowly now, my child. Because what I am about to speak over your life will begin restoring the hope you almost lost. I know you have asked questions in silence that nobody else heard. You wondered why certain prayers felt delayed. You questioned why some people walked away after promising they would stay. You tried to understand why life suddenly became heavier when all you wanted was peace. But hear me carefully tonight, not every closed door was punishment. Not every separation was destruction. Some endings happened because I was protecting you from battles your heart was not meant to carry forever. There were people around you who smiled near you while secretly draining your peace. There were environments weakening your spirit slowly while you kept trying to survive inside them. And because I love you, I could not allow certain things to remain connected to your future any longer. The enemy wanted your mind overwhelmed because an overwhelmed spirit struggles to recognize truth. That is why fear kept replaying negative thoughts repeatedly. That is why your confidence felt attacked whenever you tried to move forward again. Darkness hoped disappointment would become permanent inside your heart. But what the enemy did not expect was that your spirit would continue surviving despite every painful season. You are stronger than you realize. Look at everything that tried to break you emotionally. Look at every betrayal, rejection, delay, and lonely night you already survived. The fact that you are still standing today is proof that heaven has been protecting your life, even when you felt weak. I carried you through moments that should have destroyed your peace completely. My child, you have spent too much time blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. Tonight, I need you to release that burden slowly from your shoulders. Some storms entered your life because growth was necessary. Some painful lessons appeared because wisdom needed to develop inside your spirit. And some battles became intense, because the enemy recognized the calling attached to your future long before you recognized it yourself. The pressure surrounding your life has not been meaningless. There is purpose hidden inside this season even if your emotions cannot fully see it yet. I have been preparing you quietly while you thought everything was falling apart. I have been building strength inside your heart while fear tried convincing you that you were failing. You became exhausted from carrying silent pain while pretending to remain strong for everyone around you. There were days when your smile hid heaviness that nobody noticed. There were nights when your thoughts became so loud that rest felt impossible. You tried to stay positive while secretly wondering how much longer you could continue carrying emotional weight alone. But heaven never ignored those moments. I saw every hidden tear. I heard every exhausted prayer. And I remained beside you through every moment when loneliness tried convincing you that nobody cared anymore. The enemy wanted isolation to become your identity because isolation weakens hope. But you were never abandoned, my child. Even in silence, my presence remained close to your heart. There are things happening behind the scenes that you cannot fully understand yet. Certain doors are closing because healthier opportunities are preparing to open. Certain people are leaving because they cannot follow you into the next season of your life. Certain delays are happening because timing matters more than you realize. If some blessings arrived too early, they would have damaged your healing instead of helping your future. I see the full picture while you only see temporary frustration. That is why trust becomes important during seasons that feel confusing. Even when answers seem delayed, I am still guiding your path carefully. Nothing about your life has slipped outside my awareness. The enemy tried to hide this message because truth weakens fear. Once your spirit begins remembering that you are loved, protected, and guided, darkness starts losing influence over your thoughts. That is why I needed your attention tonight. I needed to interrupt the hopelessness growing inside your heart before it became stronger. I needed to remind you that your story still carries purpose beyond this painful chapter. The future ahead of you is not empty. Peace is still possible. Healing is still possible. Joy is still possible. And although your heart became tired from fighting battles nobody else understood, you are not walking into the future alone. I am still holding your life together even now. My child, stop believing the lie that you are forgotten. Stop agreeing with thoughts that tell you nothing will improve. Fear has spoken loudly around your life for too long, and now it is time for truth to speak louder. Your current season is temporary. Your pain is temporary. Your confusion is temporary. What feels heavy today will not control your entire future. I am restoring your strength little by little. I am rebuilding your confidence little by little, and step by step. I am leading you toward healing that will change the direction of your life. One day, you will look back at this season and realize that what tried to destroy you actually pushed you closer toward the purpose waiting ahead. You were chosen to hear this message tonight because your spirit needed reassurance before the next chapter begins. The enemy fought to keep you distracted because darkness feared what these words would awaken inside you. But hopelessness will not have the final voice over your life. Fear will not have the final voice over your future. And disappointment will not define the rest of your story. I am calling your heart into peace again. I am calling your spirit into trust again. And I am reminding you that even after everything you survived, your best days have not disappeared. They are still ahead of you, waiting for the right moment to arrive. If this video is truly meant just for you, then pause for a moment and look within yourself. Are you walking a path of truth, patience, and faith? Do you try to stay honest in your actions and believe in the higher power that guides you every day? If your answer is yes, then this message is for you. You were chosen because you are able to listen, understand, and create change. Don't overthink it. Just feel that inner voice guiding you in the right direction. Now, there's a small step you can take. If this message touched you, you can offer a little support so this inspiration can reach more people. It doesn't have to be much. You can start with just $3 or choose $5 or 10. The link is in the description. Your small contribution can bring light into someone else's life, and it can inspire you as well. Join in and be part of this journey. My child, the pressure surrounding your life recently has not been your imagination. There has been a real battle taking place around your peace, your confidence, and your future. The enemy understood that if your thoughts became heavy enough, you would slowly begin doubting yourself. That is why fear kept visiting your mind during quiet moments. That is why discouragement kept returning whenever you tried to feel hopeful again. Darkness hoped exhaustion would silence your spirit before your breakthrough arrived. But I need you to understand something tonight. The attacks against your peace are proof that your future still carries purpose. The enemy does not fight empty destinies. Resistance increases whenever something meaningful is preparing to enter a person's life. You have spent too much time carrying emotional weight in silence. People around you saw your smile, but they did not see the pressure hidden behind it. They heard your words, but they did not hear the battles happening inside your mind late at night. You tried to remain strong because you felt responsible for everything around you. You kept showing up for others while your own spirit quietly became exhausted. And over time, you started believing nobody truly understood the depth of your struggle. But heaven saw every moment clearly. I saw every tear you quickly wiped away. I heard every exhausted prayer you whispered in silence. And even during the nights when loneliness felt overwhelming, my presence remained close beside you. The enemy wanted isolation to become permanent inside your life. That is why certain relationships suddenly became distant. That is why some people changed without explanation. Darkness hoped rejection would convince you that you were unwanted, forgotten, or difficult to love. But hear me carefully tonight. Not every person who left was meant to remain in your future. Some separations happened because I was protecting your peace. Some individuals only understood your value when your absence created silence in their lives. Others enjoyed your kindness while slowly draining your emotional strength. I saw what you could not fully recognize at the time. And because I care about your future, I could not allow every connection to continue following you into your next season. My child, you have entered a season where discernment matters more than approval. Stop exhausting your spirit trying to keep everyone happy while your own heart continues hurting. Not every voice deserves influence over your life. Some people speak from their wounds instead of wisdom. Others project fear onto your future because they never healed from disappointment in their own lives. But your destiny cannot be measured by human opinions. I created your purpose before anybody formed an opinion about you. I called your life valuable before anyone chose to support you. And no amount of criticism, rejection, or misunderstanding can cancel what I have already spoken over your future. The enemy attacked your confidence because confidence creates movement. Once a person loses confidence, they stop expecting better days ahead. They stop believing healing is possible. They stop moving toward growth because fear convinces them failure is inevitable. That is exactly what darkness hoped would happen inside your spirit. The enemy wanted disappointment to become your identity. But your story is not ending in defeat. The pain you experienced was real, but it will not control your entire future. What tried to weaken you emotionally will eventually become part of the testimony that strengthens somebody else later. One day, the battles that nearly broke your heart will become proof that my hand remained over your life through every difficult season. There were nights when your mind replayed painful memories repeatedly. You questioned conversations. You questioned decisions. You wondered whether different choices could have prevented certain heartbreaks from entering your life. But I do not want guilt controlling your thoughts anymore. Some lessons could only be learned through experience. Some wounds revealed truths you would never have recognized otherwise. And some painful endings were necessary because your spirit deserved healthier environments than the ones you kept trying to survive inside. Stop punishing yourself for seasons that were meant to teach you wisdom. You did not fail simply because life became difficult. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it becomes visible. The enemy tried to keep your attention trapped inside fear because fear weakens expectation. Darkness understood that once hope disappears, a person becomes emotionally stuck. That is why negative thoughts became louder whenever you tried believing for change again. Fear whispered that your future would always remain the same. It told you healing would never come. It convinced you that peace was for other people but not for you. But those thoughts never came from truth. I did not create you to live trapped inside constant anxiety and emotional exhaustion. I created you with purpose, with value, and with a future that still carries hope beyond this painful chapter. My child, there are blessings moving toward your life quietly even now. You may not fully see them yet because your attention has been focused on what disappeared. But not every loss was destruction. Some doors closed because they were blocking your growth. Some delays happened because your heart needed healing first. And some disappointments protected you from greater pain later. I see the entire picture while you only see temporary moments. That is why trust becomes important during confusing seasons. Even when circumstances feel uncertain, I am still guiding your steps carefully. Nothing about your future has been forgotten. You have underestimated your resilience for too long. Look at everything that attempted to destroy your peace emotionally. Look at every betrayal, every rejection, every lonely night, every delay. every moment when your spirit almost gave up completely. Yet somehow you continued surviving. Somehow you kept moving forward even when your strength felt small. That was not because you carried yourself alone. My hand remained over your life the entire time. I protected you during moments you never fully understood. I stopped dangers before they reached you. I carried you through emotional storms that should have broken your spirit completely. And even now, while you continue listening tonight, heaven is still surrounding your life with protection. The enemy feared what would happen once your spirit remembered its value again. That is why insecurity attacked you so aggressively. Darkness hoped constant disappointment would convince you to settle for less than you deserve emotionally and spiritually. But I am restoring your confidence little by little. I am reminding you that your worth has never depended on who stayed, who left, who supported you, or who misunderstood you. Your value was established long before human opinions entered your life. And nothing that happened in your past can erase the purpose attached to your future. There are moments ahead when clarity will suddenly replace confusion. You will begin understanding why certain situations ended the way they did. You will recognize why some people disappeared after promising they would remain forever. And you will realize that some unanswered prayers were actually protection in disguise. Right now, your emotions only see temporary pain. But one day, wisdom will reveal what heaven was protecting you from all along. That is why I need you to keep trusting even when understanding feels delayed. Your life is still being directed with intention. My child, stop speaking hopelessness over your future. Stop agreeing with thoughts that tell you nothing good is waiting ahead. Your words carry power, and fear has influenced your thinking long enough. Begin speaking life over your journey again. Begin believing peace can return again. Begin believing healing can reach your heart again. The enemy attacks the mind first because defeated thinking eventually creates defeated living. But tonight, I am restoring your perspective before I restore certain situations around you. I am rebuilding your spirit from the inside out so that when blessings arrive, your heart will be healthy enough to receive them fully. The battle around your life will not last forever. This difficult season is temporary even if it feels long right now. You are not invisible. And you are not fighting alone. While fear tried surrounding your mind, heaven continued surrounding your life with protection. While discouragement whispered hopelessness into your thoughts, I continued preparing restoration quietly behind the scenes. The enemy tried to hide this message, because darkness feared what would happen once your spirit remembered that it is still loved, still chosen, and still guided. But tonight, hope is returning to your heart again. Peace is returning to your mind again. And step by step, your future is beginning to open in ways you cannot fully see yet. My child, some of the pain you have carried came from trying to hold on to people and situations that were slowly draining your spirit. You kept giving your energy, your loyalty, and your heart while receiving confusion in return. You tried to save relationships that were exhausting your peace because part of you feared being alone. But tonight, I need you to understand that not every separation was meant to harm you. Some endings happened because I was protecting your future. Some people could walk beside you for a season, but they were never meant to remain connected to your destiny permanently. I saw the emotional weight those connections placed on your heart, and I refused to let your spirit continue breaking silently. The enemy wanted you emotionally attached to environments that weakened your confidence. Darkness hoped fear of losing people would keep you trapped inside cycles of disappointment and emotional confusion. That is why you ignored certain warning signs for so long. That is why your spirit kept feeling heavy around certain individuals even when you tried to convince yourself everything was fine. But peace should not require constant suffering. Love should not destroy your emotional health. And your future should not be built on relationships that continuously drain your soul. I am teaching you how to protect your peace without becoming cold. I am teaching you how to walk away from unhealthy patterns without carrying bitterness inside your heart. My child, healing cannot fully grow where constant confusion remains. Some doors had to close because your spirit deserved rest. Some people had to leave because your future required clarity. And although separation felt painful at first, one day you will understand that many endings were actually acts of protection. You kept asking why certain things suddenly changed. But I was removing what no longer aligned with the future I prepared for you. The enemy feared this season of separation because clarity weakens manipulation. Once your spirit recognizes its value, unhealthy attachments lose power. Once healing begins, fear no longer controls your decisions the same way. You have spent too much time blaming yourself for things that were never fully your responsibility. You carried emotional burdens that belonged to other people. You exhausted yourself trying to rescue situations that were already damaging your peace. But tonight, I need you to release that weight slowly. You cannot heal everyone. You cannot carry everyone. And you cannot continue sacrificing your emotional health just to keep others comfortable. Your peace matters too. Your healing matters too. And I am leading your spirit toward a future that carries more stability than the pain behind you. The enemy tried to convince you that your brokenness would last forever. Fear whispered that joy would never return again. But those thoughts never came from truth. This season is not your final destination. Healing is already beginning quietly within your heart, even if you cannot fully feel it yet. I am restoring your confidence little by little. I am rebuilding your peace little by little. And step by step, your life is moving toward greater clarity, stronger faith, and deeper emotional freedom. The battles that nearly destroyed you will not define the rest of your story. My child, better days are still ahead of you. There are healthier connections waiting in your future. There is peace waiting beyond this confusion. There is restoration waiting beyond this pain. And although the enemy fought hard to hide this message from you tonight, darkness could not stop heaven from reminding you that you are still loved, still protected, and still chosen. Your story is not ending in defeat. Your heart will heal again. Your spirit will rest again. And the future ahead of you carries far more hope than the fear behind you ever wanted you to believe. If this video is truly meant just for you, then pause for a moment and look within yourself. Are you walking a path of truth, patience, and faith? Do you try to stay honest in your actions and believe in the higher power that guides you every day? If your answer is yes, then this message is for you. You were chosen because you are able to listen, understand, and create change. Don't overthink it. Just feel that inner voice guiding you in the right direction. Now, there's a small step you can take. If this message touched you, you can offer a little support so this inspiration can reach more people. It doesn't have to be much. You can start with just $3 or choose $5 or $10. The link is in the description. Your small contribution can bring light into someone else's life, and it can inspire you as well. Join in and be part of this journey.